Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where I once again screwed up and did the wrong comic out of order. We covered Action Comic Books 132 yesterday, and we hadn't covered 131, so we're covering 131. And Action Comics 131 is the Scrambled Superman, a Golden Age story that I'm here for, and it even worked as a Silver Age Superman story. So Luthor has invented this machine that sends things into the fourth dimension. Here, the fourth dimension being defined as becoming intangible. Sort of like a ghost. You can't see or touch it. By the way, the fourth dimension is time. And then he's able to teleport it to him. So this leads to his henchmen putting beacons on things and being teleported around, including the henchmen. This backfires on Clark as Clark reports on two specific henchmen that turn out to be in California. Of course, they weren't in California the whole time. Luthor just transported them across the country. So Clark gets fired. And a lot of this comic, around half of it maybe, is Luthor basically outsmarting Clark as the story goes along. Clark can't get a new job, Clark looks bad. It's really effective as building up the tension as Clark is constantly losing. But don't worry, he eventually gets his hands on the beacon. Unfortunately, this causes him to become intangible, so he gets teleported over to Luthor, and Luthor refuses to pull the lever to return him back to normal. So Superman's basically a ghost now. I guess Luthor's machine is useless because it's only the one lever, so if he ever uses it again, he would make other things. He would bring Superman back. And this is maybe my least favorite thing about the comic, is we don't actually spend a lot of time with Superman having trouble being a ghost. It's maybe a page and a half. He immediately goes and flies over to where Lois and the Daily Planet are, but he can't seem to affect anything, so what's he going to do? Don't worry, this was already set up. Lois won an electric typewriter, a brand new electric typewriter, which I found really weird to establish early on in the comic, because, like, yeah, she's a reporter, of course she has a typewriter, but because it's this, like, new electric one, he's able to affect it in his ghostliness and type a message to Lois. So we get Lois saving Superman. Okay, what's she gonna do? Well, she arrives to the lair and is just making an absolute mess of this. Superman's claiming she's being too loud. She gets captured and brought in. Oh no, Lois, if she gets captured, no one can save him. Lois complains that the henchmen have ruined her makeup. So she reaches in. And you think this is going to be a complaint that this comic is sexist. Instead of pulling out anything to do with makeup, she pulls out ammonium gas and throws it to the floor, immediately running to the machine while Luthor and his henchmen are coughing up a lung, and pulls the lever. Now Superman's here and this is all going to be over. This comic even ends with a wonderful moment by Lois where she explains that men are stupid because any woman would have been suspicious that she didn't immediately reach into her bag and pull out her mirror. I like this. Also, this is actually a nicer Lois. She actually feels bad for Clark instead of being like early Lois, who would have been celebrating him being fired. But overall, really great story, and I wish we would have more of these, because this is like, yeah, we figured out how to do a Superman story, and we didn't make Lois awful. She was actually really useful here. Finally, Lois did something. Superman was the damsel. Okay, that is it from Action Comics 131, The Scrambled Superman. He was really more of a ghost. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notification when a new video is up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story in either Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let us ponder the question, whatever did happen to the man of tomorrow. And why did Luthor give up on this invention? It was pretty effective for the most part. All he has to do is keep Superman from finding his location. Hell, he could make Lois intangible, and then he has nothing to worry about. Okay, have a great day.